Hello everyone, myself Shikhar Singh from Hindustan College of Science and Technology, Farai, pursuing Bachelor's of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering branch. Currently, I'm in my second year of my course, and today I'm in conversation with four great seniors of mine, who are Vidushi ma'am, Kritika ma'am, Manvi ma'am, and Nitisha ma'am. These all four have been placed in Pulsar's Health Tech this year, and right now they're in fourth year of their course. So I am honored and privileged to welcome you all to this online talk session, ma'am. So, ma'am, before beginning with individual questions, there's one question that is common to all of you, and that is, how has your past 3 years in this college have been, and what changes do you feel in your personality as when you entered this college versus now? So, beginning with Vidushi, ma'am.
Hello everyone, my name is Vidushi Bhadoria. I have been pursuing BTech from Hindustan College of Science and Technology in Biotechnology branch. I have recently placed in Pulsar's Health Tech, that is in Gurgaon. When I entered the college, we were like childish, and now I have become more focused towards studies, towards our life. That is the most important change that I've seen in myself.
That's good to hear, ma'am. We would like to know from Kritika ma'am as well.
Hello everyone, I am Kritika Kundalia and I am pursuing BTech from the branch of Biotechnology from Hindustan College of Science and Technology, and I have been recently placed in Pulsar's Health Tech LLP. So I would talk about my past years in Hindustan College. So they were really awesome. And when I entered in the college in 2017, I was having a dream of achieving success in the field of biotechnology. But now, after 4 years, not only my dreams are fulfilled, my personality has been developed, which gave me full advantage in securing this success.
Thank you, ma'am. So proceeding with the same question, and now it goes to Manvi, ma'am.
Hello everyone, I am Manvi Vaishne. I am from Hindustan College of Science and Technology. I am pursuing BTech from Biotechnology branch. So yes, when I came to this college in 2017, it was all new. I am from the different city as well. It was awesome. Everyone is so interactive, even department, college facilities, everything was so comfortable. Students were so good. Now, from that time to this time, my confidence level is too different. When I came, I have such a big fear of stage. I can't face crowd, but now I am so much confident, and luckily I got placed in Pulsar's Health Tech with a good package.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. And now proceeding to the very last senior of ours, and that is Nitisha, ma'am.
Hello everyone, my name is Natisha. I am pursuing BTech Biotechnology from Hindustan College of Science and Technology. When we came to college, we came from school, and so we are childish, we are not mature, we are immature types. And in first year, we get different teachers, and as we move forward in second year, third year, and fourth year, we get different batch of teachers, by which our maturity level also increases. They teaches us many things that pop up for future, for career. And now I got placed because of my teacher's help in Pulsar's Health Tech. Now I'll be focused on my career because of that.
It was really good to hear from all of you your experiences of past 3 years. So now I'm beginning with the questions individually. My first question is from Kritika, ma'am. I want to know, ma'am, that why did you choose like biotechnology BTech in place of MBBS? And are you still satisfied with the decision you made?
Of course, I chose BTech Biotechnology as the branch is really interesting as compared to MBBS according to me. And this branch has a great advantages as this branch is not limited to a perspective. It is a very vast branch. And this branch is not only limited to the research side, but also we have various options like food manufacturing, pharma field, etc. And of course, I'm really happy with my decision.
That's good to hear, ma'am. So, ma'am, my question is from Vidushi, ma'am, now, and that is, what do you think is the role of personality development and extracurricular activities, And do you think that these extracurricular activities helps in your placements?
Yes, of course, these extracurricular activities plays a very important role because it enhances our personality, our confidence to face crowd, and because company always sees about a spoken, really nice spoken people that can be confident in front of a huge audience. No, I'm not special, and you have to attend these personality development classes so that you can be confident about everything. You can write emails about whatever you are saying nicely. Yes, so the personality obviously plays a very important role in placements.
Yes, ma'am, very true, ma'am. And I would also like to mention that Vidushi ma'am has represented our college in state levels in fashion choreography, and our college won the second prize as well. So congratulations for it also, ma'am. Now, moving on to my
Thank
next
you.
question, and that is from Manvi ma'am. What extracurricular activities were you involved in, ma'am? And what advantage did you get from those participations?
I was a part of so many curricular activities. From the first year, I performed in freshers only, and then in my college fest, and even in zonals, I got uh, two prizes. That is in group dance and fashion choreography. I was also the part of fashion choreography, and I also went to state to represent myself. So yes, it gave me a lot of confidence. First thing, which is like lack of in the very starting, it gave me very much confidence. And the main part of co-curricular activities is that we got to interact with different peoples from different groups, from different departments, even from different colleges, which gives you more knowledge. When you interact to people, you get knowledge. It's a part of co-curricular activities only that you interact. So yes.
That's very true, ma'am. And I'm sorry that I didn't mention about your prize before. And
No, it's okay.
congratulations for
Thank
it,
you.
ma'am. So now again back to Kritika ma'am, and the question is, how vast do you think biotech field is, and how far you can go in your career in this particular field?
I would say biotechnology field is very much vast as it covers lot of segments, as it is divided into very sub segments like microbial biotech, industrial biotech, clinical biotech, environmental biotech, and many more. And about me, I am interested in food biotechnology more. So I want to see myself at a reputed company, in a reputed food industry company.
So my next question is from Nitisha ma'am, and that is, how do you face stressful situations while giving an interview? And what was that one question that was asked to you that put you under stress while your interview is going on?
So being stressful and being nervous during an interview is quite common because for the first time we face an interviewer. According to my experience, I just kept few things in my mind just to keep a constant smile on my face, to be confident and not to stutter in between and with every answer which they ask. So they asked me one situation-based question, which was to divide two apples among three equally without cutting. So at that time I was stuck, but I tried to give every possible answer which I can give. By seeing my efforts, they gave me few more minutes to show the answer. And I reached to a conclusion. I thought that two apples can be divided among three equally by grinding. So they liked my answer and I got selected in Pulsar Celtech. It is a Celtech interview question. So this was my interview experience and I would like to say that being confident can pop up to every solution.
Very true, ma'am. So, ma'am, now the question goes to Vidushi, ma'am, and that is, how did you prepare for your aptitude as well as interview?
Preparing for being a BATech student, there's little difficulty in doing aptitude, especially in the mathematics part. But by practice, you can easily solve the aptitude by attending PDP classes, personality development classes that most of the students skip during college. But you should attend, and there are many various books that you can take help from, and especially for preparing for an interview, you should be proper knowledge about your field, about the company that you're giving interview, about their company profile, and whatever post you are getting, you should be knowing what post you are getting. So little knowledge and little research about the company and the post, and about especially about your field, because they ask question mainly from your field. So these are the important point that you should keep in mind before giving interview.
Thank you, ma'am, for your answer. And now the question goes to Manvi, ma'am, and that is it necessary for a student to score tremendously well in examinations? And does extraordinary performance in academics helps you in placements?
Yes, it is necessary to achieve average marks. It is not always necessary to achieve highest scores in your department or to be in the top of the table to get placed. So many companies don't need any percentage criteria. Even my company never needed a percentage criteria. You only need to score good marks. You don't need to have a backlog also. You need to score good marks. So it is always good, but this is not necessary to be top 10 to top 5. Never. Always good. Achieve good marks, average marks.
So, ma'am, does it happen that students who have extraordinary academics are given priority?
No, this is every interviewer taking your interview always sees your resume, obviously, but they always ask similar questions to everyone. They never do this partiality. If someone is having like good academic, so they will ask you some good questions, or they will let you get placed easily. No, they will always ask you similar questions, almost similar questions, so that they always place you at the same level. No one is like higher to you, because you are giving interview for the same place, same role. So you should have that same knowledge. There's no partiality.
Thank you, ma'am, for your answer. It was really informative. And now my question goes to Kritika, ma'am, and that is, what was your strategy while you were giving examinations, and how did you attempt your answers? I'm rephrasing the question again. What was your strategy while you were attempting your question papers, and how did you write your answers?
I am a person who believes in attempting question in a perfect sequence. So basically, I attempt short questions first, and then I give more time to the longer questions at the last time. And I believe that I would say marks don't depend on the number of the pages you fill. It depends on the content you write in the answer sheet. And according to the asked question, I elaborated. Basically, I believe in explaining with the help of flowcharts and various diagrams so that it can be more understandable to the teacher too.
Very true, ma'am. So, ma'am, while you were attempting the question paper, is like since you attempted the short questions first, so was it a time slot that you allotted to all the questions?
Of course, I only allow myself half an hour to attempt these 6 or 7 questions in the. Basically, they are of just 2 marks, and I have seen people are writing 2 pages and 1 pages for the 2 marks question, which is senseless according to me. So I divide them into time slots and I attempt them.
That's very true that quality matters over quantity. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. And I would like to mention that Kritika, ma'am, is the public relations head of the Literary Society of our college. So she has taken that responsibility for a long time. And since she is placed now, she has given up the responsibilities and worked tremendously well in that organization. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, my last individual question to Nitisha, ma'am, and that is, how do you maintain a balance between academics and extra skills as well as your extracurricular activities?
Yes. So while entering into the college, many things came to our mind that our college life is totally different from our school life. We make new friend circle, one level of activities, and a little bit freedom, which everyone get from school life. So I always try to keep a balance between my academic life and my co-curricular activities because I am a very creative person. I am interested in co-curricular activities also. So for my academics, with the help of my teachers and a bit of my hard work, I have always been among the rankers of my class. and about co-curricular activities. And about co-curricular activities, I have taken participated in t-shirt painting competition, which was held in Lucknow, and there too I win a third prize. I have also participated in inter-college basketball competition, where our team won a first prize in inter-college basketball competition. In Gang Jyoti also I took participated in dance competition also, which was held in college. So I always try to keep a balance between my academic and co-curricular activities. This also makes you to enjoy your college life also.
That's good to hear, ma'am, that you've maintained a great balance between your academics as you have been the top scorers of your class, and you've also maintained extracurricular activities, and that too not in cultural field but also in sports. So congratulations for it, ma'am. So now my last question is, and that is to each one of you. What one advice would you like to give to your juniors? And I would begin with Kritika, ma'am.
According to me, don't take stress at all for your academics, as it does not all depend on your academics. It also depend on your co-curricular activities, on your personality development, and of course, always believe in yourself. And I know sometimes we think that we will get a good job or not, we will be succeeded in life or not, we would be able to do BTech with a good aggregate or not. But just go with the flow, and you will be seeing that everything would be all right, and you will be getting a good job, and you will be succeeded in your life. So stress only spoils the things. So don't take stress at all.
I believe that's a very great advice because going with the flow is my policy that I follow, and stress always like disturbs your mental health, and mental health is really important while you are giving interview, while you're facing examinations, or wherever you are. So yeah, it was a great advice. Now I would like to ask from Manvi, ma'am.
So one little advice I will give to my juniors is that be in touch with your department teachers, be in touch with like share your thoughts with your teachers. This is really important. At the time, so many teachers don't know that you want a placement or you want to do higher studies. They will definitely gonna help you if they have a knowledge that what you want to do in your life. So be in touch with your teachers, also with your seniors, so that they can give you a path. They can at least teach you from their mistakes that we have done this wrong, so you can do this rightly. So that's it.
Again, a very great advice. I believe that interactions enhances your knowledge. It gives you a path where you can travel in a careful manner, because teachers and your seniors are the only ones who have gone through that same stage, and they can advise you better. So that was a very great advice. Now I would like to ask from Vidushi ma'am, what is one advice that you would like to give to your juniors?
One advice is I want to give is that don't worry about the future. Focus on your present, because in my experience I want to do higher studies before, but now I'm doing job, seeing the situation around. So what that it will happen what's right for you. Whatever right for you, it will happen some or the other way. So stop worrying about the future and focus on the present. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's very true, ma'am, because focusing on future is always going to help you. Focusing on your present is always going to help you in your future. So thank you, ma'am, for that advice. And last, we have Nitisha, ma'am.
As I have said in my answer, that keep a balance in academic and curricular activities both. Listen to teachers, and in fact junior teachers also, that the teachers we got in the first year, because they also help a lot in building our future in career. Don't lose fun, be enjoyable, be studyful. If you have goals for company, what you want to place in a company, then prepare accordingly. See videos, interviews according to it. And if you are willing to do higher degree research work, then do for it. Don't lose anything.
That's very true. Basically, you meant to say that we have to keep ourselves updated from various means, by watching videos, by getting online lectures if you want to. So that's really important for your career as well. So I
Yes,
believe
actually.
whatever advice that I've received from my seniors is going to help me out in my future as well. And I would rather say, from like Vidushi ma'am told, going to help me in my present. So I would surely going to work on your advices. I'm going to follow them. And I believe the viewers are also going to follow your advices and be well placed like you are today. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your time and for teaching us all that you've learned so far in your past 3 years. And yes, congratulations again for getting placed and hope you do very great in the future.